That's not politically correct. Can't say fairies.
Bite
Wiener
me.
sucker's better?
Did you say bite me?
Bite me.
What?
Wow, it has started already. Look at that. We are live, by the way, John.
Oh,
Shit.
well,
We are.
I'm trying to log into Google here.
I'm so sorry.
And we got.
I was
Well,
gonna.
it says we got 6 people on. We
My
got,
hair's
Oh,
pretty
really?
nice.
All right.
I'm not on. It's Domes might actually be really 6 people. I'm not on yet.
All right,
so
so
one's mom.
in the moment, why don't you go and introduce everybody that's on the screens?
so we got some
No,
new.
it looks like
we
he
got
has
some
a
new.
beard.
What?
Like,
Who?
wow.
Will?
The shadow? He
What's
looks,
up?
Call him the Shadow Man.
No, it looks like.
So in the control room, we have Will back at the helm tonight.
Woo!
Welcome back, Will.
Hello.
We got Mr. Dan Davidson in the middle there. Who's beyond ecstatic to be here.
Can't you tell?
That's his happy look. We'll review that a little later.
Yeah.
And in the background over there, who doesn't need a mic, as we all know.
It doesn't need an introduction.
Miss
actually.
Erica
She don't talk
does-
into the mic anyway.
That's why I said she don't need a mic.
She good. We got her. She fine.
I feel the love over
But
here.
she will flip you off behind your back whenever you're not.
Quicker than you can imagine.
Oh,
Is that why?
always.
Is that why Dad's in the middle?
Yes.
Why?
protect
He's
Will?
the buffer.
Yeah, probably.
He's the
Probably.
buffer.
Yeah, yeah.
It's probably a good idea.
Good stuff.
Although, when I go to sleep tonight, she'll be there, so I'm fucked anyway.
You're gonna pay for everything.
She's gonna sick the baby on you. You better watch out.
Nice.
Oh, he beats me up either way, so it's all good.
Exactly. So she'll be like, I told him to do that. See?
All right, behind me over here, I got my good friend, Mr. Andy McLaughlin, in from New York.
I just flew in and my arms are still tired.
And he's got a lot
was a
more
long
dad jokes
flight.
than that one.
But I'm Sean.
Glad you could join us, though. Very exciting.
Thank you for being here.
And over here behind John and Wendy, we got my nephew Noah,
How's it going?
Yeah.
who's gonna have a lot of fun
Wow.
tonight.
Why does Andy get a Mr. Andy McLaughlin? What the fuck is it?
Now you know why.
All right, I'm out of here.
Now you know why.
Going back home.
Why does he get a Mr. and Noah's like Noah?
Because Noah's my nephew.
Yeah.
So shouldn't he get a better one?
Let's just
That's
redo that. Let's
family.
redo that.
And let's start the show.
Man.
This is an opinionated program. These are personal opinions, but we are open to anyone with an opposing view. Grab whatever you are drinking and let's have a conversation.
Key, will you take Lindsay to be your wife? Will you love and respect her? Will you be honest with her always? Will you stand by her through whatever may come? Will you make whatever adjustments are necessary so that you can share your life with her? Lindsay,
She's got me crying, too.
will you take Keith to be your husband? Will you love and respect him? Will you be honest with him always? Will you stand by him through whatever may come? Will you make whatever adjustments are necessary so that you can share your life with him?
You started it, yes.
By the authority vested in me by the state of Arizona, I now pronounce you husband and wife. We can now kiss each other for the first time
The whole first time.
as husband and wife. And family and friends, I now present to you our married couple, Mr. and Mrs. Keith Davidson.
Yeah, I got fuzzy.
Come on,
Sorry.
baby,
No, I zoomed
Show's
in.
about
Oh, you
weddings?
zoomed
What's that?
Is that what the show's about? Marriage and weddings?
It could be.
in. You want to talk
Why?
about
Should
yours,
there
Dad?
be, should there be a reason?
No.
I thought you didn't want to talk tonight.
Talk into the mic.
Now he's got a lot to say.
That's your answer.
We can make. Can't we make him a mic right
Get
there?
a mic tonight.
Oh, you can hear him.
Right in
Yeah,
front of him.
we
Oh,
can
I
hear
can
you
hear
fine.
him.
I hear him. You just hear him just fine. All right, memes of the week. We got a lot courtesy
You got
of
a lot.
John
Sorry.
tonight.
Sorry.
That's okay.
It was
busy.
it was a meme type of week.
Go ahead, Will. I don't know why you're in the control room. You take over.
Yeah, will you stop
I don't know-
taking
I don't know
Will's
what I'm
job?
doing. Just do it.
Cut your shit.
It's-
First,
What?
insanity.
Seriously? This is what you come up with, Bailey?
Who came up with this?
Is that what you're wearing right now?
You telling me that's not making you laugh?
I better look through your closet.
What the fuck is that?
It's a onesie.
I'll take
Why
it.
did you
This has
do that?
never been
It's a
existed
onesie
for
for-
I want to
1,000.
know how
The
it
over
treats the
30
boys.
onesies.
Oh, if you like that one, you're gonna love the next one.
I want to know how it treat.
What? I actually really like that one.
That is funny.
Place stem here.
Right? Oh my god.
Good
Wow.
Lord.
Funny.
I'm remembering that next pumpkin contest.
Right? You're on a roll, John.
The original sack lunch.
What just happened? How did we get here? It's 6 minutes in.
Oh, it gets better.
Blame
Oh
John.
my God, John!
We're
John.
just
Oh,
warming
shit.
up.
What the?
Gee, Bob, where should we put the inflation port? Oh,
love
just
the fact
stick
that
it
the-
under the tail. It'll be perfect.
I love the fact that it's got its head down and its eyes closed.
Yeah. Can't you just imagine him going?
I would be in the background doing that.
Oh, that's funny as shit.
That's great.
No,
That's cool.
Oh my God, I want to do it in our pond.
You know the sad part is that's the same shape as our pond. So
We
when
should do
John
that.
sent it, I was like, I don't have that in our pond.
See, and you notice that a lot of these are Halloween themed,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
Oh,
The unicorn was Halloween themed.
Well, why not?
No, not all of them.
I would make
sort of.
Inflation has gotten so bad, now it takes 2 Karens to speak to the manager.
That's terrifying.
Good.
Can't leave them on the screen very
I mean,
long
the
for
same
too
short, same
Right.
shirt. I'm confused. Joe is sending generators to Florida instead of solar panels and wind turbines.
Right?
long. Seriously.
We can send the generator. You just doesn't have the gas to fill them up.
That's true, too.
He'll send Tesla there.
Yes.
You're good.
Go ahead and read it.
My 15-year-old son, during trick or treat, what is he dressed as, you ask? He is a SHIELD agent. He wasn't collecting candy. He was handing out cards to all the kids dressed as Marvel characters, asking if they were interested in the Avengers Initiative. I love it.
That can go bad so many ways.
Right? Yeah. That's funny. That is funny.
I still like the name. Who's Kyle Rittenhouse?
All right, so here's how it's going to go. Wendy, you're going to read the bottom part. So, Alexa, remind me to go to the gym.
I have added gin to your shopping list.
That was good, Wendy.
Is that how your house goes?
That's Alexa doing her job right.
Right? Yeah, exactly. That's funny.
The sad thing is when she did that, you know you didn't go, oh no, wait, never mind. You just let her go.
Oh, God.
The best part is Lindsay's look. She just looks at us sideways going, really?
It is jelly.
Sad part is that looks like a Fry's price tag right there.
That is. It's only $139. That's a good price.
Right? Oh man.
Get ready. Seasonal incontinence.
Oh, shit.
I don't want to know which seasonal food causes it either.
Obviously, you know you want to stay on aisle 25.
Don't go down
That's
26.
great.
You don't know what'll happen.
Dan, this has got your name all over it.
Me and my Facebook friends later in life
Thank
showing
you so much,
showing
John.
off your That's Twitter. That's not Facebook.
Well,
That'd be Twitter medals.
Twitter's just warning you.
Looks like we doubled up on that meme. The next one, for some reason.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
Very cool.
see that.
Nobody even needs to read it. Nope.
Wow.
I like it.
No.
Put that with the unicorn one.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Oh, double that one too.
Wow, what are you
Oh,
doing?
God,
You
they all
suck at your
double.
job.
No,
there's-
Oh, we had a
Double.
problem transmitting them over.
that's a landscape fail.
Oh, that's bad.
Lindsay, you should have pre-gamed a little bit more. You are just like looking at all these very skeptically. You've changed since
I
you
love
got
that
married.
one.
Since I got married, a lot has changed.
I want those
In 24
lights
hours.
at my
It's
house.
it's been 26 hours.
Yes,
sir.
it has. I love this. I thought that was great.
That's the best thing ever. But it's not that anymore. You get 2 and the 1 because you can choose what you want to
Right?
be.
Oh,
Exactly.
man.
So true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is so true.
That's great. We probably can't start doing that at the hotel.
No, probably not.
Well, the real problem is too many people still just won't listen.
Yeah,
30
they'll be like,
30%.
oh, thank you.
I saw this. I thought that was funny.
Oh, I love that.
Right? That's
I love that.
That's the best.
right.
I've got to get that shirt.
I want that shirt.
Actually, I want what's next on the memes.
Oh, can I have that shirt too? I want that. Did you see?
Oh,
where
you were
can get
showing
it?
that to
I was
us.
showing that.
Did
Well-
you see where you can get it?
No, I didn't see. Don't do the last one. That's a story for later.
Okay.
So. No, I didn't see where you can get it, but and John brought up a good point though. Is that just a sticker or is it actually a wine?
I don't care. I'll
So.
put that sticker on anything.
I'm sure it's a
American
sticker.
craft
Right?
spirits.
It's got to be.
We're gonna find that.
Oh, careful!
Actually, I think
13,
Erica's
hold on.
already
You
doing
might,
it.
you might get a virus if you Google that.
13 strike. I'm doing it. You say Apple can't get viruses,
Erica's
right?
checking on it right now.
13. Erica's gonna have it
You're
before I
pretty.
do.
She'll find
It's
it.
13 Stripes Winery, Erica. But it was posted on Great American Craft Spirits.
Oh, that's funny.
What a good husband. He is not trying to stop her at all.
All right, we
No.
got.
Hell.
We'll put up some comments.
I
We got
love
some
this.
comments up there.
When you Google 13 Stripes Winery, it's like, are you at least 21 years old?
Well, all of them
nope,
do.
fucker.
All of them.
Oh, it's
Hey.
a real thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
Christine, we hope everything's okay.
Oh, I
Yes.
miss you.
Yeah, we missed you being here. You're supposed to be, our, what is it? 18th wheel? Yeah,
Something like that.
I'd have made space for you, honey.
we would have definitely made space.
We still have one more person that isn't even on camera.
Well, should we get Matezi to jump in front of a camera real quick?
Come jump out here in front of
Just
me.
going, behind
Come right here.
behind LC.
Come right here.
Why you
LD.
hiding?
She
So
can
she-
have my spot.
LCD.
She
She's
came
on-
all the way. You're gonna have to come to the
Yeah, you
She's
can.
all
on.
the way to come and see me from North Dakota.
She's on puppy patrol.
Yeah, she's on puppy patrol today because there's enough people in this studio already without 2 dogs.
Yes, Lindsay has candy
Me too.
corns.
And I had the pumpkin ones, but I'm keeping them over here by me because I.
See, I
don't
told you
check.
Lindsay bought a bunch.
I see.
You worried we were almost out.
And then Erica bought another one. The regular ones because I couldn't find them.
I know.
And did you know?
Uh-oh.
Side fact. Hi. Tiki lights in Arizona
Don't
are
exist.
seasonal,
Really?
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
and the season is not now.
Well, it's because nationally, this is when they sell them.
Right.
No, like this is when they go away.
No, I mean, well, they buy them
'cause
on the
during-
same cycle as nationally, so it's
Right.
not like Arizona. You haven't noticed this before?
So it's
No,
not
like I was
special.
super mad.
Arizona
so I
is
went-
on the same national buying cycle as the rest of them.
Yeah.
Like, bro, this is tiki season. What are you doing putting them in clearance?
for
Like,
us, it's
this is
tiki
it.
Sorry, you have to think
Because when-
ahead 6 months.
What? Yeah.
Because when it
Lindsay-
gets cold, the mosquitoes go away.
I don't care about the mosquitoes. I want the tiki light.
Lindsay, you can't expect anything to be logical with seasonal rotation considering they had Christmas stuff out 4 weeks ago.
I know.
Well, and considering we really don't have any seasons.
I didn't even. Yeah,
So
I
it
know.
doesn't-
It's hot, and oh yeah, it's still hot,
And hot.
and it's still hot.
hot.
So
Not as hot.
Less
But-
hot.
I didn't know it was a seasonal thing. So I had to yell at the lady, and it was in clearance, and thankfully I found it because clearance is good to me. So I only got them for $3.
Nice.
So in the meantime,
All right, let's do some news of the week. You got news of the
thinking
week?
ahead, do we have all of our whiteboards?
So
'Cause we're
they all
gonna-
have whiteboards. You guys have whiteboards.
I
It should be
stole
down
his
there.
whiteboard. I'm sorry.
We have. Oh,
Whiteboard.
you stole Andy's
We have
whiteboard.
one
I didn't know
whiteboard
it
in
was
here.
his. It was behind
You have
me.
letters.
Do we have
Noah's got one back
I
there.
don't have a
so-
whiteboard.
Okay.
then.
All right. All right.
I don't have a whiteboard.
Do you want to share the white?
No, you're going to use your ABCD.
Oh, I have my ABCDs. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I was unaware.
So, season 2, episode 6, October 14th, episode number 52.
Oh, we're doing it like now.
So we're doing a quick status. Here's our status. We're gonna
It's like,
just
oh,
keep
crap,
adding
this
to
is-
this list as we go. So we've got all that. We currently have Chinese buying U.S. farmland, administration intentionally lying about border agents. Too bad we couldn't get, because I know I'm going to be asking Arthur about this tomorrow. But I would have loved to have had Arthur on a phone to hear his comments about this.
I can call him.
Oh my God, this is ridiculous. So if you
want me to call
heard
him?
real quick? No, I mean, if he wants to, we can. The administration got caught putting politics before
Arthur, if you want
interests
to call
of
me,
the-
call me.
of the U.S. people for the OPEC. Hey, please don't do this until after the election. Chinese police departments are now in the U.S.
Like, hold on a second.
Yeah.
and Gen
Like,
Z
please
is
don't fuck up the country until after the election.
right.
They seriously asked him that?
He did. And then the funny thing is, the Arabs actually called him out on it. And then Gen Z is frightened by emojis.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah.
Frightened by emojis. That doesn't
I haven't
they
heard
now
that
think
one.
that the
Thumbs up,
thumbs
yeah.
up is frightening. So
I'm gonna send him the fucking. Peach,
we're a little bit. We're going to
eggplant,
do
what
things
is
a
it?
little bit differently this week. So I'm starting off with my favorite of the week. I found something this week that is actually pretty cool.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
It's called Free Spoke. Now this is not a sponsor, so don't think that it is.
Yeah.
But I found this.
You can be though, Free Spoke.
We're
If you want
not looking
to
at that
reach out.
sponsor.
So
Yeah.
Free Spoke, if you see here, Free Spoke actually, they do stories. When they do a story, they will actually do the left, right, and middle of some stories, of most of their stories.
Oh, nice.
And then they will actually pull up some of the censored stories that you can't find in mainstream media. And then to top it all off, they also will put on their American-made products.
Oh, nice.
Oh, cool.
So I would
That's
highly
freaking awesome.
recommend it. I've been I signed up for it. It costs nothing, and it's
Is it
been,
like a
I'm looking that up.
an
tonight.
app or like a?
yeah, it's an app.
a
It's
Newsmax thing or something?
it's a combination between a search engine. It's kind of like what Yahoo started off as.
Oh, okay.
So it's a search engine, and it's also got stories, and they will email you once a day with all the top stories of the day.
Yeah, I don't need that. in my
And they
life.
give you the left, right, and center of those stories.
That's cool. Can I
Interesting.
not get them to email me though?
So
Well,
have
you don't have to have them.
Okay.
email.
So have you like looked at one story and
And read all three.
read all three to
Good night,
see what the
Christine.
difference?
Yes, I forget what story, but it was. I think it was the Tulsi Gabbard thing, and
Oh, yeah.
and kind of was looking at each, the three different versions of it. It was interesting. So just kind of going back to we're clearly into the whole political season here. Midterms are right around the corner. And, just want to point out to everybody, it's all about security. From a national standpoint, it's all about security, both your personal and economic, right? That's what everybody worries about.
Yeah, true.
I met personally one of the new IRS agents that's going to be babysitting our bank account.
Oh, really?
Seriously, one of our workers is going to work for the IRS to babysit bank accounts.
Really?
Is that-
Seriously.
And that's what they said. That's
His job is to watch the transactions of the people.
$600 and above.
Sounds like a future
But wait.
guest on the show.
I thought that got struck down.
That did get struck down. It doesn't mean they still can't watch
I told him.
Right.
I was like,
Yeah,
for
he
$500, I said I'm
it.
moving back and forth
600
every
bucks and
day.
above, the bank had to report it. Because currently the law is
Go ahead, we'll pull
$10,000.
up.
Yeah.
So they wanted to change it. See, Noah's already shaking his head. He's like, yep. So Noah makes sure that everything is
Mark Kelly is a wienerless good.
So how do they have access then to the
599.
information?
They're going to have access to everybody's bank accounts. I'm sure.
But doesn't
Well, you
'Cause they're all
make it sound like the FBI has
approved.
been very, very honorable.
Forthright, yeah.
well, no.
Half
I
dozen
mean,
years.
I thought there's privacy acts, and I mean,
So any bank that is sanctioned and FDA approved, or FDIC approved,
FDIC.
FDIC.
yeah.
that is saying, yes, you can watch my bank
Yeah,
account.
because
FDA is the run
because
shop.
because having
those
the
fuckers.
FDIC,
Yeah.
because it's the same old story, right? Having the FDIC
Making dinner.
Watches it to
guarantee
protect
your
everything.
account,
Yeah.
you are basically, in effect, giving the federal authority
Permission to
yeah.
babysit you.
Yeah.
Well, it also goes into those stupid codes they have for whatever you buy, and why they wanted credit cards to make a code for guns and ammo. That way, every transaction generates a code,
Right.
And
and they
then
can
if
tell
you
what
made
you're
this
buying.
code, it makes them angry.
Well, and see, and the funny thing is, they couldn't. They could. That was the intent. If you were buying something from a gun store, but if I went and bought from
Bob.
either a gun store or whatever, if I went and
Bob.
bought a $5,000 gun safe or a $10,000 gun safe, because there are those out there, then that would actually be coded the same as if I went and bought a round of ammunition.
Really?
Oh yeah, it was all going to be coded the same.
so
As a
anything that has to do with guns.
gun sale related. Whether you
But
bought
what if I wanna
whether you
lock my
bought a
children
box
in
of
that
22s,
I don't wanna
or,
put guns in it.
a box of 22s for $3, or you bought a $10,000 gun safe, it's all going to be coded the same. And they have no idea, but all they know is you just spent $10,000 at a gun store.
Arthur has his own account. What are you doing, Arthur?
What?
Arthur has his own account.
She said he's lying. So this is Arthur. Andrea's on the HMBC account.
Ooh, Andrew,
Who's
you
lying?
better go get him.
I want to know what Arthur's saying. He's lying. Who's lying? All right, so
Hold on.
Oh, because you put Mark Kelly as the leader of the Satanic Church. And then Wieners. And did you kick him off and he had to go get his own?
He had to get his own account.
Is that why it took him 5 minutes?
Put up,
I can't wait to see them tomorrow.
put up Arthur's comment on the bottom there. John, were you talking about the lying about the illegal entries?
yes, Mayorkas got caught. So real quick highlight: Mayorkas got caught. So the
What's a Mayorkas?
It's a small farm animal. Usually eats cabbage.
I like your answer, Bill.
so
Eats cabbage.
so Mayorkas is the
So what does he have to do?
so Mayorkas is the guy who's so he's the correct me, Arthur. I think he's the DHS secretary. So
he's a dude. Okay,
but he's the guy in charge of Border Patrol.
Oh, okay.
It's the heterosexual version of Buttigieg.
Yes, that's a good way of putting it.
Suck wieners. I got
So, and so he, 2 hours,
you.
2 hours before he stood up in front of the microphone and cameras and said that it was reprehensible that these Border Patrol agents were whipping the Haitian migrants.
They weren't whipping anybody.
2 hours before the head of DHS. Yeah.
Thank you.
So 2 hours before, he got an email from the guy who took the picture saying this is being misrepresented. They were not whipping them. This is
No, they weren't.
right. We know that, but Mayorkas was told this 2 hours before. In
By
an
who?
email.
Who told him this?
The photographer.
And he still
And he
misrepresented.
still stood up in front of the cameras and said it is reprehensible, and I can't believe that my agents
Would do this.
whipped these people.
And so why are these people still have the position that they do?
why-
Because
Oh, trust
let's
me.
face it, if it was
the agents, well, the agents were cleared, but
Yeah.
the agents have not been. The agents, and I.
What's
and,
the problem?
I mean, and Arthur would be the first one to say the agents are cleared, but there's a.
Put it up, Will.
They're both drinking. You know they are. They are both.
Are you
I gotta
pre-gaming
say,
for tomorrow?
I kind of like the fact that they have a separate account.
I
'Cause
know.
now they're going back
Now
and forth
they're
on each
they're
other.
sitting
This
there,
is great.
All right, so I got to know. So, Andrea, are you guys in the same room or are you in different rooms?
You know they're sitting on the couch
Kinda
together.
like
Right,
Kathleen
Dan?
Zam.
Dan's
Right.
not laughing, but Kathleen's at home laughing.
Where is Ma?
She's been on.
She's on.
I can't tell because Andrew and Arthur are fighting.
So, but I mean, he stood up there and he was lying to the public on
Yes.
camera
Knowingly.
that knowing it, he was notified 2 hours. I mean, I could see if you got an email 5 minutes before and you didn't see your email because you're busy looking at your notes or whatever.
Because you're getting ready.
2 hours before, he's got people that are monitoring his email.
So now, if that was somebody that was below him, what would have happened?
They should have lost their job. So he's been notified by GOP leadership as of either today or yesterday.
This is like a million years ago. Why is he not being whipped with footlong wieners?
Are you really asking this question?
Because he's heterosexual. I
Who's
just told you
gonna
that.
Who's gonna punish him?
He's the head.
And he answers. And he,
Literally.
and he answers.
protect
He
anybody
answers
that pushes
he
their
answers.
narrative.
He answers to this guy, this idiot right here.
Oh, he's got his diapers on. He's fine.
He answers to this guy. So how is he gonna? Who's gonna punish him?
Nobody.
But the GOP has told him. GOP leadership has told him either yesterday or today. Maintain all your notes. We're gonna revisit this in January.
Why wait until January?
Because they
we're
are
being
hoping
controlled.
to take the House, the Senate, or both in the the midterm right now.
Thank you, Will.
If we take the House,
Guys are
and
so
The House
Senate,
is
we
the House
can
is
do
almost
things.
a guarantee. And there's speculation is very good that we're going to take the Senate too. It'll be close.
Okay.
It needs to happen.
It needs to happen
Yeah.
because nothing goes right now. The GOP could push anything they want, and it dies with Nancy because she says, "No, I'm not bringing that to a vote," and it just dies.
Yeah, Pelosi squashed so many freaking things over the
Well,
last.
she's gonna squash everything because it's not at the bottom of her bottle. So
Right?
Andrew's on
Seriously.
a roll tonight.
So did you see that there was a very slight recession possible,
Oh,
according to this
What?
this interview on
a
CNN?
slight recession.
Is he smoking crack or something?
Right?
Get it right.
He's got this. He's getting this
Yeah.
down.
He's got the buttons down.
He knows. He made notes.
He did.
He said, "Could very slight recession could happen in the near future." He doesn't believe it'll actually happen, though.
oh, fuck.
Right? He's such an idiot.
Gas is
But he said,
$5
and then the
a
funny thing is that he
gallon.
says that Americans should not be afraid amid a growing risk and fear of a global recession. We're in a better position economically than the other major countries in the world. So you're in a sinking boat, right?
That's on fire.
You're on a sinking boat on fire, but the other boats are sinking faster. We have nothing to worry about. They're sinking faster.
This isn't like a bear's chasing us and just make sure you run faster. Like, it's
You're
not that
we're
situation.
all on a sinking boat.
That bear is still gonna like.
I just have nothing to say. I'm just
Right?
oh,
And so the rest of the media says, the Hill has a nice article, Biden's 6 favorite lies about inflation and the economy. Nobody, all these different things right here. I'm not going to read through them, but there's all the same things, right? No, and then the most famous, nobody under 400,000 will have their taxes raised.
Inflation
No,
is worse
because
everywhere but here. What
Right,
here?
because
Like his
you're-
office?
Your dollar buys less,
Right.
So you're not getting taxed. Your dollar buys less.
Buys less. Right.
The economy has
Even
stalled.
Politico,
Can't
left-leaning
even deal with it.
Politico
Can't do
puts
it.
Biden strains for a message on deteriorating economy.
Jump.
BBC.
I really like
What?
the last one on that list you had up. I'm doing everything I can to lower gas prices.
Right.
Cutting freaking permits and shutting down pipelines.
$5 a gallon, bro.
Oh my God.
The first thing he did when he
$5
But
got
it's
a
funny,
gallon.
Fuck that
and
up.
so Peter Ducey from Fox, who is the best person, one of the 2 best people that are sitting out in the audience in the press corps, asked John Pierre, said, why is it that the administration takes a kudos every time gas prices go down,
Right.
but they shove it off on somebody else. It's somebody else's problem when
they
every
go
time
back
gas
up.
goes back up. And she goes, that's not the case. And then she just dismissed him and moved on to the next story. But but we know that is the case.
I would not want her job working under the person she is because really, what?
He's a schmuck.
Why do you think Peppermint Patty quit?
Well,
couldn't handle
exactly.
it.
I mean,
So,
She's
you
like,
know.
I'm sick of getting screamed
you're
at.
in
I'm
a
outta here.
no-win situation,
Right.
You are.
You have to explain him. You have
Well,
to explain him.
And, and that's the thing. How
Where
do
do you start? Where do you
So
start?
the funny thing is, so the funny thing
Oh,
is,
my
and it's
Seriously?
gonna get. Some of the things that I'm seeing,
What the fuck?
Wow. Damn.
I
You
should
know,
like
saying-
the 2 million barrels of oil that they're going to
chest
cut,
pain.
that the Saudis are cutting. They're saying the possibility of 150 a barrel is not out of the realm of possibility. And they say that 150 a barrel is supposed to, and somebody could probably find a better. I'm going off. The
Didn't
top
we
of my
do
head.
this once?
We did, but 150 a barrel, because right now it's in the 80 range, because
Yeah.
it had gotten up to over
That's
100.
double. That's double.
But we're saying that we could
So if
be.
we're in the
So
80s
we're
and
seeing
we're going to
we're
150,
seeing
that's double.
we're seeing over $5 a gallon right now here in Arizona. We're going to see 7 to 8.
Yeah, but isn't the point that everybody should be pissed off at is that we're still dependent on foreign oil when we have enough
When we shouldn't be, and we
resources
weren't
here?
before.
Absolutely.
Right. Why the fuck are we still playing this game?
Before Biden took office, we were to a point where,
We were
We
doing it
were.
ourselves.
We were energy independent.
Yes.
We were
Right.
selling oil.
yeah,
Right.
We were still buying it, but we were selling it.
Yeah, we were selling more than. But between the buying and selling, we were still selling more than what we were buying.
And
We-
then
we
the
were
same
pretty
thing
much
we
at a
brought
point
up
where we
last
couldn't
week
pull
about
the
we're
pin.
at
Fuck off.
the top 3 producers of oil.
we're at lows. We're at a
What did
lowest
Dad say?
point.
Dad was talking. What, Dad?
I said when Trump was still in, it got to a point where we were the 3rd largest producer of oil.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
Nope.
And yet
here we
We're
are.
at the lowest point in 40 years for the strategic oil reserves.
Andy's over here
Which is-
smirking. What are you smirking about?
No, well, wasn't it the fact that like Russia's oil production was so diminished, and didn't they like almost go down to like less than $1 a barrel or something like that at one point
During the Trump administration?
During the Trump
Yes.
administration.
Yeah,
right.
so that's a good point because that's exactly where I was going. So the strategic oil reserves is what was established back in the late 40s, early 50s for in the time of war is when it started. And so they've raised what the amount was going to be over the years. But we're at the lowest point since I think like 84. So in 38 years, this is the lowest point that it's ever been. And Trump had the ability back in 19 to be able to fill it when all that gas price. Remember
it
when
was super low.
Remember when they had tankers sitting
Uh-huh.
off the coast and they
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
they couldn't offload them because gas was so cheap or
Yeah.
oil was so cheap. And so he had the ability to top off the oil reserves, and yet the Democrats blocked him because, as Schumer put it, he's only trying to enrich his oil buddies at $20-something a barrel. Now we're back at 80, and Biden is looking to...
And he's giving it
and
away.
He's begging the Saudis to be able to get more just to be able to keep it at a decent level.
At a decent level, yeah.
Which it's not at a
Well,
decent level.
he already gave a bunch away, right?
Well, he's giving natural gas away, not oil.
Oh, okay. I thought he was giving oil away.
No, he would be... He
Thank
would
you,
be
Andrew.
shooting himself in the foot. Granted,
Thank you.
it seems like he is trying his damnedest to run this into the ground.
Why would he not?
CNN,
He's
fact
not
check.
failing.
Biden falsely claims U.S. is fastest growing economy in the world. When CNN turns on you, really?
Oh my
Right.
God.
You know, Fox, since Biden admitted called inflation transitory, U.S. has seen 13 straight months of soaring costs. Oh, wait. That was back in July. It's actually up to 16 months now.
Oh, jeez.
But it only
Here's
went
the
up
core
an inch.
inflation. This is what came out yesterday. So core inflation, if anybody is not paying attention or doesn't know, core inflation, like it says right here, strips out the volatile food and energy prices. So everything besides food and energy has rose a whopping 6.6. Now, wait a minute. Aren't we getting a shortage of oil all of a sudden? The Saudis said they're going to stop an extra 2 million barrels.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think that's going to do to the regular inflation?
Oh, it's just
It's
gonna
it's
go
gonna
through
be
the roof.
out of control.
It's gonna be out of control.
How do you even start? So let's say I'm with the whole thing with the hay. So let's
Hay?
say I'm a beef cow farmer. The correct term for that.
Yeah.
Some beef cow farmer, and I have to feed my cows hay, and hay is
And you're
like
not a city girl. That's so
not at all.
funny.
And it's $30 thing for hay now. That's just going to keep going up. So if my price has risen at the very bottom of the barrel, what do you
Plus-
think about the dude who now has to cut it up? Now, what do you think about the guy
Right.
who's got to
Plus there's-
process
I
it?
mean,
what do you
there's-
think about the
there's-
truck that's got to ship it?
That's,
Like,
and it's
everything's
it's
going to
diesel
be
prices
adding
to-
that.
It's diesel prices just to be able to get the cows to market. And
yeah,
it's-
come and get the
it's
cows
and it's
from
everything.
my farm to
Yeah.
your production plant where you're going to
Yeah,
chop
so-
them up, like, and then
ship them out
and
to
then
all
ship
the
them
stores.
to the store, and then ship
Absolutely.
the like.
No
and
one
that-
will be able to. You almost wonder. It's like, is this being done on purpose just
Yes.
to?
Yes.
Definitely.
Are we trying to see how bad it can get?
So the question
And then the
is,
savior's going to swoop in,
so the question is,
and not
all
Grandpa
right,
in his
so
diapers. It'll be somebody else.
two-thirds of the country thinks it's being done on purpose. Or at
But it's at 30%.
At least probably close to half.
It's at 30% who
we
still
could say
thinks
probably
we're,
half of the country
good.
thinks it's being done on purpose. But the
Yeah.
point is, to what extent? Why? What's the end game?
Exactly.
What is the end
To make
game?
people dependent upon the government
One
to
world
swoop
government. Now
in
we-
and save them.
Now we're going to come save you.
One world government.
That's,
And then
Here
on
is
top
our
of it-
that's how we get to socialism.
socialistic. Yep. Here's
Yep.
our socialistic savior. We're going to pay for all your food and living, as long as you just come over here. As long as you vote for this, we're
As
going
long
to
as
pay
you
for
give
everything.
us everything.
And then you saw
We're
that
not
today.
saying that your food is rice and your living is a box, but it's fine.
Well, it's just what were we talking about on the way here? And we were talking about something about socialism and sucks and
Wow, that's unusual because it's been higher here for a long time. The diesel
But
prices.
saw
it's
that
like almost $6. It's like
Yeah.
$5.86 when we were driving back. It's,
it's
terrible.
outrageous. And then we were just saying today, so Biden was out there and he's stumping and he's saying, by the way, it's going to get worse if the Republicans get in. Wait a minute. It was better when the Republicans
You're
were in.
right.
Right.
Well, how can it get any worse than what it is right now?
Can I trade in a Republican just for a businessman? Because that was pretty fucking great.
Because they
Seriously.
rely on people to listen to them to vote for however they tell them to vote.
Well, that's
Whatever
I think the
I'm
people are. I
spewing
think
you
that-
right now.
Because those are the people that don't think for themselves. They just listen to what they're being told and they parrot it.
Well, in round numbers, I think the 1/3 that have been the independent voters, I think, are starting to realize, okay, this is definitely
Not right.
a wrong direction.
But you want to know what? He doesn't mean tweet.
Oh, that's true.
Thank God. Thank God
Here's
for
the
that.
real sad part. I still see people online on a daily basis talking about Biden like he's the greatest president
Yep.
we've
Oh,
ever
yeah.
had.
Yep.
And that just terrifies me.
Grandpa doesn't know what day it is.
So,
Hey, Noah, you're awfully quiet over there.
He
We
is.
haven't heard your opinion.
He's only here for the quiz.
That's what I'm looking for. I'm ready.
He's ready. He's got that. Don't let that marker.
He's already got a smiley face
to go.
down.
You're gonna let
Hey.
that marker
Got a
dry
unibrow.
out.
out of interest, we have somebody here from New York. So, what's the gas prices look like over there?
Actually, it was about 330,
What?
between
What?
350 and 330
That's crazy.
was like the lowest I've seen. Yeah, but it's been going up. Wait, we've been on a big trend in the
You're
last
still
probably
you're still
month.
$3?
Yeah.
What the?
Yeah.
What is
Depending on where you
have
go.
not been home for 3 months or what?
No, I just
They're both.
But it's
Wow.
been it was down at
And-
actually like almost below 3.
I had the pumpkins.
Wow,
That's
that's,
crazy.
surprising.
That's crazy.
which is odd, but
Andrea asked a very important
I
question.
saw that. Yeah, because you were having a sidebar.
You are.
I have all 3.
So here's an example of free spoke.
I don't like the
And
chocolate
so-
ones very much.
So here we have the left about this. So did you hear about the hacking of the airports?
No,
their websites.
no. But
That's why your flight was fucked up.
did you did you hear about what happened yesterday?
Most people don't even know they have websites.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you hear about what happened yesterday with the shootings?
The
What shootings?
You don't know about this? Oh, we're gonna tell him.
Uh-oh. Lindsay's got
So-
something?
Oh, let me sit back.
I know,
and
son. You
drink my
ready?
beer.
This is terrifying. By the way, so my Tazy is. And
What was that?
fuck was that? Whose phone was that? That was terrifying.
I was going to say, it was someone's phone.
So Tazy
I
is
have no idea.
an
That was
EMT and is going to be a paramedic and a firefighter and all that good stuff. So she gets all the texts and like what's going on and stuff like that. So she got a text yesterday morning saying that there's an active shooter at one of the high schools. They're
Where?
recently
Where?
in Jamestown, North Dakota. Okay.
Just checking.
Super
that a
confident with that. With a question mark. So she was like, oh my God, we were just talking about training for this. You know what I mean? Like just kind of keeping an eye on it, hoping everybody's okay because she's not there. And a little jealous because she's not there, you know. But so come to find out a couple hours later, it's a fucking TikTok scam. They hacked all of these systems and had these active shooters call into what, like 13
What?
So- hoax.
across the country. And I said, that sounds like a plan.
No shit.
That sounds
Wow.
like let's see how long it takes to get people here
Right.
so we know how much time we have to do damage.
We just had an
That's
incident.
what that sounds like to me.
There was an incident of a 911 call, and cops went in. I don't know if this was New York specifically or if this was somewhere near us, but
Yeah.
they rushed in and it was an ambush.
Yeah.
Gangs
That's what it
shot 'em
sounds
up.
like.
Yeah,
That's what it
Oh
sounds
my
like
gosh.
to me.
Died. I'm not 100% on
Connecticut.
that, so.
No,
Connecticut?
that's
I think it was in Connecticut, the one that happened 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was,
so
okay.
the guy
What?
called it. Guy called 911 on. I forget exactly if it was a domestic or whatever, but he called 911 to
Yeah,
his house.
exactly.
And the moment the 2 cops showed up, he come rolling out of his front door with an AR
Yep.
and killed these 2 cops. I mean, they were rushing in thinking that they're gonna
they're gonna help somebody
help somebody, not expecting an active
to
shooter
be
to
ambushed
come.
because they're
yeah.
not looking. They're
They-
not on
they didn't think it
defense.
was
They're
gonna be
on
an ambush.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, that's
I mean,
crazy.
Yeah. So that to me, as soon as she told me that, I said that sounds
But
like
we had seen
People are
Wendy-
fucked up.
Wendy and I had seen a video of a guy doing this a handful of months ago, back in like the spring or something like that.
They were brothers?
Where, like a guy, so like 4 cops showed up at a house, and the guy said that the wife was inside. There had been a shooting, and the wife was
Whatever,
inside
yeah.
tending to this guy or something like that. All I know is I remember the video of the guy standing in the doorway, and the cops are like, "Why don't you come on out here so we can go in and help?" And he's got an arm behind him, and he literally, now he just had a handgun, but he literally swings around and starts. I
Boom,
mean,
boom,
and
boom,
these
boom,
guys,
yeah.
and these guys were all within arm's reach.
Right.
And so, I mean, then the one video was a body cam of the guy, and I mean, the cop, I mean, he ran down the street, but he's calling in saying,
Yeah.
I've been hit, you know, so-and-so's been
Yeah.
hit, you know, and it's kind of, it's where have we gone as a society?
That's the kind of shit you see in the movies. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like those
right.
real twisted movies.
Yeah.
I mean, now it's becoming reality.
And don't forget, like a lot of the like bombs or something that somebody would put in a
Yeah.
shopping center or something like that. That was always on the news about we have to worry about secondary explosions
Right.
and
Yeah.
people don't want to rush in. So now it seems like that was almost like the lead-in to where we are now.
Yeah.
You know, like
True,
an
huh?
emergency call and how like what are you going
How you
into?
affect-
you
yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Well, and it's become so much faster with technology, but what have we gained from it? Have we learned from it on that end?
I think we have to a degree. I mean,
I don't think the issue is about learning anything.
yeah.
No, but I mean, like,
Unfortunately,
how to
because there's some
stop
kind of
crazy
a
fucking
there's some
people.
kind of a mental what do you want to call it? I mean, so
Break?
Wendy and I have talked about it in the past that you know the separation of you know so right now there's such an attack on the church,
Eat some more Tide Pods.
and so
It's a NyQuil
right?
chicken, I'm telling you. It's a NyQuil chicken.
NyQuil chicken, and so there's such an attack on the
Tide
church.
Pods are better.
And the fact is that you know
More
if
colorful.
society as a general, it's
Goes
not that
down
you have
smooth.
to like physically go to church and stuff, but if you've lost your spirituality to be able to just know right from wrong and be able to follow,
Yep.
you know, quote unquote, right from wrong or the 10 Commandments or whatever you want to follow. I mean, the whole idea is you know what's right and wrong. Society is
We
not,
don't have that anymore.
But we have where those
We
that
have
know it's
gentle
wrong
parenting.
are not worried about it because we have these, you know, like in Chicago where Wendy and I are from, you know, we have this no cash bail now that's taken over Chicago where they're not only so you can go and assault somebody, shoot somebody,
I think we should all move to Chicago.
and you can get arrested and you can be out within hours.
What?
What did Dan say?
We should all move to Chicago.
No.
No, because we're going to be on the wrong side of the law.
I mean, remember, this is way before this.
Hey, but
that
it's
it-
a no
that-
cash
that it was
bail,
called
man. We're
Chirac,
good.
so.
Chirac. I think it's just a question. We've lost morality. I think that's
We
what-
have.
you know, even beyond religion. I mean, I don't think you have to be religious to have morality. I mean, it's a
No,
good
you-
guidance
right.
for
and
you,
it's
but
not, it's
Literally
not
that
about
right from
religion.
wrong,
It's,
like-
it's not about going and being, you know, picking a faith and going and praying every Sunday. But on the other hand,
it's just about being a good person,
it's
and
just
people
the-
don't know how to do that.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
exactly. It's
Be a good human.
It's being a good human, exactly. You
know
know,
where we
and the
fail?
morality and the whole spirituality and the following the
Beetlejuice is to blame in Chicago.
yes.
Well, that's true.
Yep.
That is so true.
Do you know
she
where we
is,
failed?
She is a ridiculous.
Where? Well,
We have failed with the younger generations in teaching them that not actually trying for things, you should still get rewarded. We have taught
That's
them
what started
that their
it.
feelings mean more than everybody else.
Yep.
We have taught them that, you know, all this fucking shit that just goes against common sense. And
Upset
then
Why,
we
you were
sit
worried
back and
because
we
that
look
was
at it
two
and go,
dings?
Wow,
upset
they're
with
all
those
grown up
two
and now our
wins.
crime rate's through the roof.
Right? Yeah,
now
exactly.
he's
But I think they go.
You've
It's
upset
not
Will.
just the younger generation. I think it involves all generations. So, I mean, where is the breakdown?
It's hard to say.
Yeah, is it
It's hard
just
to say where
social
the breakdown
social
is.
media where everyone thinks
You want me-
that
you
they
want me-
want to be the?
Well, there is
You want to know my opinion?
What?
always.
Maybe you're the one making it.
When you have 12-year-olds getting knocked up and raising 12-year-olds and 12-year-olds again, they don't know right from wrong.
Yeah, but the
But when
problem,
you
the
got-
problem started long before that, though. I
Yeah.
think. I mean,
I don't think it did.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 80s.
Because look at our older generations; they were very young, having kids, but they were very
married.
mature.
They were having jobs.
They were mature.
Had a house by then. They had.
So I didn't put it in here.
Uh-oh.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
He's trying to escape.
Dan has gotten out.
So-
Will, Dan has gotten
I
out.
thought you were on babysitting duty. What do you? Why? Who let him out?
Erica, you let him right by you?
it's probably the stool.
She was.
That's my
She's from that
The
other
funny thing is, he
generation.
doesn't hear the sound effects.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
That's all right.
You'll have to watch it later.
So
But it was funny that I'm reading this story about the the Gen
Take that
Zers.
away.
So the Gen Zers are the ones that are now the problematic children because they're younger, obviously, than the millennials.
They're eating the.
They're the ones eating the Tide Pods and stuff. And so, you know, it was a funny article because it talks about how the silent generation went through the Depression, and the greatest generation went through a world war, and it talks about the boomers went through hiding under their desk because of a possibility of a nuclear explosion their entire lives. The Gen Xers went through like 9/11 and things like that.
We haven't had any hardships lately.
Well, and then the Gen Zers, they're afraid of a thumbs up emoji, right? And it was a great article because it's like these people just don't know what
They have no clue.
they have no clue.
Well, here's a good question for you. Where do you think it went off in your years, your experience knowing? Where do you think it went off the rails? Where do you think it started to go off the rails? Yeah,
They can hear me, right? You can hear
Yeah.
me.
yeah, we can hear it.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. I don't want to go on screen. Come on, call Will.
You can come talk to it. You can't see
Come
you.
a little
Yeah,
closer.
you can come
can't
closer
see
to the
you.
mic.
Yeah.
You can talk.
Yeah.
Speaking to the mic. You can't yell at Eric.
Nobody can
there.
see
I'm
you.
gonna give you a hard time if you're not speaking to the mic.
I know. Can you hear me here?
That's my
Yeah.
job.
As far as I'm concerned, the generation that changed everything were the people in my group and the group after that started worrying about offending their kids. Because I remember when you guys were growing up, they started that everybody gets a trophy crap
Yeah.
and nobody's a loser and all that. Yeah, it's all great in theory, but it teaches the kids absolutely nothing. Everything is about them and what they can get.
And what I feel.
And that's where they are today, because it got progressively worse, generation to generation.
Yeah, it makes people
And
weaker and
what's
weaker.
this generation
Yeah.
now called? It's less Z. Z, yeah, that's appropriate. It's bad. It's really bad, and I don't know if it's going to ever get better. It's really bad.
I mean, I think every generation had a problem with people who lack morality. Every generation.
You're going to. You're always going to
but-
have the shit.
But it seems like now it's just multiplying.
Since Adam and Eve is
Yeah.
lacking
Well, yeah,
morality.
yeah.
That's been proven. But the point is, we got to a place now where there's no accountability anymore for
No.
absolutely anything.
Right.
No.
I mean, you talk about the bail in Chicago, and that's going on all over the country. I mean, you're not even held responsible for violent felons.
Your own actions,
You're
right?
out in 12
Now, what
hours.
the hell is that? I mean,
Right.
You can kill somebody and be like, 12, I'll go take a nap.
When I
It'll be
was still on a
fine.
job, I mean, this was like unheard of. I mean, you went to jail. If you can,
You aren't coming out.
not unless you could produce a high bail. And everybody said, well, that's unfair to the people that can't afford it. In a way, it is.
Then your ass
You
shouldn't have murdered
committed the crime.
somebody.
Exactly.
Right.
The idea behind high bail is to not let you out.
Right. Discourage. you.
Exactly.
And
Protect the
anybody who wants to
public.
put up $1 million to let you out, they got a big problem if you scoot out.
Yeah.
So there was a control over the system. There's no control anymore. Absolutely none.
So, Dan, what do you think about the sentence for the Parkland shooter?
What was the end of that? I didn't see.
So they did not give him the death penalty. They took it off the table.
And he had, 17 deaths again.
17 deaths. So they took it off the table. I think he's got
How
life
can
in
you take
prison.
it off the table if he doesn't even know what happened?
Because even DeSantis says that was wrong.
Yeah, the jury, there was something with the jury, and
Is
they
he guilty or not guilty? Like, have they gotten to that point yet? Or are they
Oh,
just
he's
taking?
he's guilty. That's
Oh,
why
okay.
he's serving
Now they're doing
17.
his sentence. Okay.
He's serving a life sentence. I don't know. I'm gonna guess.
17 consecutive life sentences.
Is it?
I believe.
Okay.
So you're gonna pay for his ass for the rest of his life?
Yeah,
But here's the problem. That's
The
the
guy's
problem.
only in his 20s.
that's a problem.
It costs more to do this,
Yeah.
to execute him. They say no. It costs more to execute. Yeah, it costs more to
Nah,
execute.
I could take care of that
because you
real
hold it
quick.
off for 25 or 30 years. And you keep paying for this guy, and one appeal after the other one.
Food and medical bills. I'm not
it's-
even talking appeals. I'm talking food, medical bills. You know his ass is gonna get
Years
like
ago,
stabbed.
when I was
Death
a
row is
kid,
a
Multiple
if you
times.
murdered somebody within 3 to 4 years, you were executed.
And it's not even about the money. It should be about the punishment
Absolutely.
to deter people from doing
it. But we
doing
don't
the
punish,
same thing.
we
Isn't
don't
that
punish any
supposed to be
more. We're
a
letting people
deterrent?
out on free jail bail.
It's,
Free bail
uh,
jail? Free,
Free bail, yeah.
free bail
No
jail.
bail.
Yeah.
No bail.
I mean,
Cashless.
it's supposed to be punishment is supposed to be a deterrent for people to, ooh, you know what, that happened to them. I don't want, if I do this, I don't want to get the same thing. Isn't it supposed to be a deterrent? And
Well,
we've
you're-
fallen
That's like
down on
speeding.
that.
You don't want that
Your thinking,
ticket.
according to the left, is radical.
She is. She's
Because
radical.
Their solution is
radical.
forget. Instead of saying you pay the price for when you commit something.
Right.
And I'm all for an eye for an eye. So if he shot somebody, I say let the family have 17 shots at
There
him.
you go.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Real quick, doesn't cost very
it
much.
just doesn't work the way they're doing it right now. I mean, nobody
Huh.
should stay in prison for 30 years before they get executed. Nobody. I think that's wrong. I think within a 3 to 5 year period, if you should have exhausted all your appeals. And
Yeah, if you can't appeal within 3 to 5 years, you
Once
can't.
your appeals, it
I-
should be 6 to 12 months.
I can see if it's a shut and closed case where there's witnesses, whatever. But
Yeah.
if it's kind of like
If it's
But they'll allow that when you appeal. If it's a questionable
Right.
case,
Yeah.
it'll go on.
right, and I understand that because I mean there are people that have been on death row that really didn't belong there. They didn't commit the crime.
Yeah.
Right.
So I understand that, but I mean in this
But
case,
there's also the one where you're like, John, we saw you shoot Wendy. It's on camera.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
what do you
ex-
expect?
absolutely.
Why are we even
Like
having
the
a case
shooter
about
we're
it?
talking
Why do we even have a case about
That's
it?
a horrible example.
I couldn't
Well,
do.
so-
I couldn't do Keith shooting me. We literally just got married
Pass me down
yesterday.
one of the pumpkins then.
So let's hear from Noah because Noah's the younger generation that's
Yes.
here.
It's bad.
So,
yeah.
so
bad.
what are your thoughts on your generation?
They're very weak-minded in the sense that, I mean, the idea that you guys went back to the awards and how children were given awards for any game they ever played.
Right.
That was wrong. You're not automatically a winner.
Yeah.
You're not a winner. You have to work for that. You have to
Yeah.
gain that. And
I'm not saying that you're not worth anything because you didn't win.
no.
But that shows you that you need to practice.
And
These
you
people
need to try
practice
harder.
more than we did.
I don't know, me and my grandpa, Dan, talked about it a little earlier. My generation is babying their children, as in the sense that they can do nothing wrong. It's like, you might be talking about a 5-year-old, but there's still right and wrong, and it starts at a young age, and they're babied. They're,
Yeah.
oh no, let's put that down, let's try something else. Or
No, I told you no cookies before dinner. Get your ass out of the cookie jar. Like,
but then
what are you doing?
the baby whines and screams, and then you give them a cookie.
Scream, bro.
Yeah,
Scream
exactly.
it out.
Yeah, but that's a different
It's
mentality
weak.
they have.
How many hours did
it's-
we scream in the corner?
Exactly. I don't know. I
It
mean,
was a while.
I was put in the corner. It
It
happened.
was fine.
I don't know. You screamed a lot in the corner.
Yeah, I don't know.
He got
Long
the cookie
time ago.
after he screamed.
But do you notice that? I mean,
Yeah.
with your generation, I mean, with your friends, do you notice people like? I mean, obviously your friends are
I
probably
noticed
your
some
same
of them.
circle.
Most
but
of my friends know, but I do
Right.
see it around us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see it with people you work with all that stuff, and you just
Yeah.
look at them and you're like, no, you screwed up. Like, well, and then you see them as adults, and you're like, okay, so you didn't write that
It's
contract
like it's kind of like
correctly.
the pronoun movement, and you can choose your. I mean, it's unreal. It's unbelievable that people
I
even think that's a
refuse.
thing. It's like
I
don't get
refuse.
it, and I'll get into conversations with people, and they're just like, "Well, that means you're not okay with it. Why shouldn't we be okay with it?" Well,
I'm not okay with it,
I'm
but
not.
I accept it. You can do
yeah,
whatever you want,
can,
bro. That's
you
your
can call
issue.
yourself something. I'm still going to call you
am not
a
gonna
boy.
call you.
If
Right,
you,
right.
You look
You
like him. You're
you
a him.
still got a penis.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
call you.
I don't know that you think you're a she. I don't know that.
Right.
Am I
Yeah.
supposed to just know this by looking at you?
If I
can't.
walk up
I
to you
can't
and
tell.
you got a beard, bro, like,
So
It is what it
it's
is.
kind of like the long game played since the millennials time. So we're at the early end of the freaking millennials. I don't claim to be that, but but it's like it started with the millennials, like real noticeable, and every freaking generation since has just been worse and worse. And everything he just said and everything that Dan said, just worse and worse every generation. And
Right.
from babying the kids to freaking stupid participation medals and encouraging them on shit that they shouldn't be encouraged on. Oh, you could be a cat. You're okay.
So
you can
litter
pee in the
boxes
litter box
in the
So this brings up-
in the
but this
classroom, and
brings
I'll
up a
call
good
you a
point.
cat.
but Will and Erica, I think this brings up a good point. So as parents of some young children, you're going to get some parents that are going to be of that
Mindset.
Karen mindset, and oh, you're punishing your children. Oh, that's horrible.
It is, but
That's
they're
hor-
gonna
I can't
murder
believe
yours.
you're telling your little children no, and we're going to turn you into DCF.
I was just going to say that's the problem that so many people will tattle on or turn you in to DCFS for something like that, and it's
What is
just like
DCFS?
DCS.
or
we're
DCS.
used to Illinois. DCFS. It's family
What's it?
services. So
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, what's an FS?
Sorry.
So how
Sorry.
you so
Here's the thing, though. Like,
Sorry,
okay,
Erica.
so
Talking to the mic, Erica.
Talking to the mic.
Step up to the mic.
no, she's like,
Okay.
screw you people.
So a while back, like a couple generations back, they started that like soft parenting bullshit, and then that kind of continued in, and now there's like half of us that do soft parenting and half of us that parent like we were parented. You step out of line, you get a whack.
Yeah.
And it makes it super hard because even as a parent, if you choose to parent your children
You're being
with
judged.
discipline, it only goes so far because they're only in the home for so many hours.
Yes.
Right.
And then you're
the
around.
school contradicts it, and the public
Yeah.
contradicts it, and everything you do, you're not just battling your children at this point in time. You are battling society.
right.
Yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
hard. It's
Absolutely.
exhausting.
You know how they say history repeats itself?
Right.
Right now, we're going through a period in this country that's very similar to the late 1930s in Germany, where everybody's turning on everybody else, everybody's squealing at everybody else, everybody's trying to position himself with the point of power, which was the Nazi party at the time. So if you were with the Nazi party, you went on another list, similar to the list we're all on now. And
As
it got
terrorists?
worse and worse until World War II started in 1930.
You know how many times I turned you into Twitter?
Why do you think he got his medals there?
But the point is that we're going through the same thing right now, and if we don't stop it somewhere soon, it's going to get out of control.
So speaking of, did you see this story?
I should ask you, is that fake or is that real?
PayPal
No.
automatically
That's real.
pulling $2,500
So-
from reparations from all white people accounts?
Can
What?
I
They
tell you
canceled
that is
that.
true?
They
Because
can't do that.
No, it's not.
No, they're doing
It's
something.
actually
They
off the
can't.
Babylon- it's
They're
off the
doing
Babylon- it's off
they're
the
doing
Babylon
something
Bee.
because they keep emailing me stuff because I had one for Tony and it's under his name, but it's my
But
email,
it's
my
a,
account, and
it's a
everything.
scam. It's a scam.
Well, thank God I identify as a meat popsicle because now they can't take it from my account.
It's from the Babylon Bee. But
Oh,
so
sure.
did you see the story about that PayPal?
PayPal's doing
PayPal
something.
was doing there it is.
So PayPal actually said they quote say that they unintentionally sent out the wrong terms and conditions,
They've been sending them a bunch.
and that
That's what
they
I'm
were
saying.
going
There's
to
a ton of
fine
stuff.
customers up to $2,500 and pull it directly out of their bank accounts for misinformation. If they deemed that you were doing something with misinformation
On PayPal?
on PayPal, just if you were doing something that had to do with misinformation, they would take it upon themselves
It's all
to
subjective.
fine you $2,500.
But
First of
how
all,
do they
PayPal's
know?
a fucking purchasing account. How do they have the
PayPal's a
rights to do
purchasing account.
anything?
But see, they have
So-
access to your bank accounts and your credit
But
cards.
are
Right,
they
but-
watching? So are they watching my social media? Are they watching my
They didn't specify.
tweet? Like, how do they? What are they putting my
the
misinformation
funny
for?
thing
It's
is, so
subjective.
they got within hours they had lost 6% of their members
People.
Yes.
within hours.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Those are the
Mass exodus
6%.
of people.
And
Those are
then-
the 6% who actually read
and
the
then
terms and conditions.
within
Thank
a
you.
day they had lost I think it was 20%. I'm a little fuzzy. I know it was within hours they had lost 6%. I think within 24 hours they had lost something like 20%. I know. I'm currently working on it.
Now I get if Lindsay wants to sell her book that says Buddha Judge is a wiener sucker on eBay and they go through PayPal. I could see that
Yeah.
flagging
But
it.
they didn't specify, so they
Yeah,
came
so, like,
back.
what are they-
came back 24 hours later, and they're like, "Whoa! That was a mistake. We didn't mean to send it out." So I was like, "Wait a minute, did they accidentally?" Like I saw one person actually post something like, "So you fell down and accidentally
Accidentally
typed on the keyboard. I didn't mean, this, and this, and hit send as you're falling on the keyboard."
Yeah.
And that's how you accidentally sent this out. Somebody typed it up.
They're testing waters, yeah.
Somebody typed it
You're
up,
right.
and they realized,
Right.
oh, this
People are
woke
mad,
thing-
we take
this-
it back.
And so this woke thing isn't going
We're
to work.
not there yet. We're not
And
there
so
yet.
That's
They
a good
had a
point.
Turned
Do it-
around
do
and
it in
said
a
it was
year.
an error, only because guess what? Now all of a sudden money matters. But you know, and then you got some people that are trying to cover for them, like the Market Watch is saying deleting PayPal is unlikely to make any noticeable impact. Well, I beg to differ because all I know is right now, you know, Zelly is getting a big thing, and you know, just in case you didn't know, Zelly is already on a lot of banking apps. Look it
I
up.
love Zelle.
And I don't care how big you are, when you lose 20% of your
a
base
lot.
in a day, that is a
The
lot.
20%, I'm not exactly sure that's 100% correct. I just it was something
It's
close to
something
that.
close to that, yeah.
And
That's a
so,
lot.
you know, just, you know, PayPal will not fine you, but they could ban you, deplatform you, and censor you for using it. So they don't say they won't do that.
Yeah, that I'd get fined for.
And just for the record, you know, don't just cancel your PayPal account, also cancel your Venmo account, same company.
I don't have them. We're good.
Well, John, you and I were in
one.
California. We went by the PayPal site. Remember that? How big
Yep.
that freaking place
Oh, yeah,
was? It was
place
like
is huge.
8 blocks. That
Seriously?
facility. Oh,
Eight-
yeah.
eight?
Oh, they
Nuts.
make it. Oh,
Eight
there it is.
blocks?
It's like,
Eight
it's like
blocks.
it's as big as any
It's
any
like-
major bank.
Yeah, it's freaking. It's huge.
I know of no bank. No bank.
No, no,
That
no,
is
no,
A
no
blocks.
bank. No bank.
No bank. That
All
is
right,
A
come-
blocks
come,
bank.
Come back here.
Isn't that a Blues Brothers
Come
song?
back over here.
No bank.
You.
No.
You. Come back
Stick
over
to Apple
here.
Pay.
All right.
Much better than all of them.
Story number
I don't
5.
have that one either.
Story number 5.
I'm ready to break out the whiskey.
All right. Who?
Oh, you want your
All right,
toasted
so-
basil? Let me open it.
I'll try that.
Erica, can you hear me?
Delicious.
Huh?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
That kind of answered the question right there. All right. So who here has ordered something accidentally?
Yeah, happens.
Okay. Like
Never.
I've
truly
never done that.
accidentally.
Never?
Truly accidentally, or oh, Keith,
Never
I'm
done
so
that.
sorry.
No,
I
but
ordered
let's
this.
hear about. I want to hear about it. Who here has ordered something accidentally?
That's what I'm saying. Truly accidentally, or like, oh, Keith, I didn't mean to order
How
that.
do you order something accidentally,
Yeah.
honestly? Because you
Drop
got
it
to
in
go
the
through
cart,
multiple
maybe?
steps to order something. I mean,
Right, this
Amazon
is-
has
Right?
one-click ordering, but it's not actually one click.
I mean, I've had stuff in my cart.
That works.
Something accidentally fell into your online cart?
No, like I put stuff in my cart and it was accidentally still in there and not in the safe, and was not in the safe for later part because I do that a lot.
I mean, I will say that
I put it in my cart and then I'm like, oh shit, I didn't really want to order that right now. I was saving it.
All right. So what's the point of?
Yeah.
I was just asking the question. Are there any good stories about anybody that's ordered something accidentally?
No.
It's not a good story, but you know.
Well,
clothes.
let's hear it.
You know, I ordered a pair of shoes one time and it was the wrong size. Like,
Okay.
you know, it was an accident.
You hit the wrong button, yeah.
I clicked
So-
save, but I went back to it and the wrong size loaded, and I just clicked buy.
Who has ordered something and had instant regret?
Yep.
No.
Oh, we got a
I've
will.
done
We got a
that.
will.
I've done that.
What was it?
Oh, shit.
it?
What was it?
What was it? Something so memorable that you can't even remember.
Yeah, it's like,
like
no, it's just
Erica's
ordered
being awful
something and
quiet
it
back
came
there.
and it was like the moment you looked at it, it's like that is not what it looked
Gasoline.
like on the screen.
The magic.
And I say
cubes
that-
I ordered for Christmas last year.
There you go.
Yeah.
Magic pants?
No,
No.
cubes.
They were, they were like magnetic cubes, but it was like
Oh,
a bunch of little
magnetic
tiny,
cubes. Wow,
tiny
that is not what I
magnets.
heard. I heard
Put up.
magic
Put up Arthur's
pants.
comment.
Small round
What
bag.
did Arthur put up there?
That's great. Accidentally ordered a new guitar. That's my story.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, what's our definition of
Yeah.
accidentally?
It just whatever you want it to make.
I'm
Whatever
so-
you want it to be.
I'm so sorry, honey. I didn't mean to buy that $200 floor thingy
But-
that I
but-
love very much.
Because, like, I mean, I ordered a part. We'll just
Do
say
you want
it
one
was
of
a
these?
machine part since we can't say gun parts. So I ordered a machine part once, and I was like,
Yes, he
"Oh,
does.
that's not the right one. That's not the one I wanted. I wanted this color." And then when I ordered, I ordered that color,
You got
thinking that
both?
when the first one came in, I was just going to send it back. And the first one came in, and I looked at it and I go, "That's not even what I want." So I ended up ordering a third one and sent the first two back. Oh yeah, this was last year.
You
This
actually
is-
sent the first two back. I would have just made those other parts work.
What do you want here?
Always.
Erica's mad dog and Will in the background.
yes.
That's funny.
All right. Well, I'm just asking the question because we have a story here of man claims dog accidentally ordered Hustler channel.
What? Get out.
Funny. So, Keith, you can't use that anymore.
So
Where can
man
I
is-
find that
so
dog?
It says here that his dog
She
accidentally
ordered
ordered pay-per-view porn.
Yeah, right.
For 8
For
hours.
Sean Freese inadvertently ordered the Hustler channel
Oh, that's great.
when the
do
dog
adopt
jumped
that dog.
on the bed. And I like the fact where he called right away within minutes
I'm sure.
and
I'm
was
sure he
reassured
did.
the problem would be sorted out, but later realized that he had access to the X-rated channel again.
Oh darn!
How can I?
Hold on.
Yeah.
What's the friend?
Right.
What's the Friends episode where they're like free porn, and then they're like don't turn it off, and then like a week later they're like I'm so tired of it, and they turn it off like for 5 minutes.
And for anybody that wonders, there's a Bashan Freeze.
What is that?
That's a Bashan Freeze.
Bashan Freeze.
So quote of the week.
A
Bashan
dog.
Freeze.
Can I go back? This is Andrew was asking a question. This is Basil Hayden toast.
We have.
It's actually produced in Nevada, right?
Because this is what happens.
I think they're
More
north of
people in the
Nevada.
studio,
I have no idea.
more
I like
booze in the
Basil Hayden.
studio.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basil Hayden's
So
good.
this is their like flavor. It's pretty good. We have regular Basil Hayden for the wedding tomorrow too. We'll save you some. Since you're going to
Just-
be here in like
Don't ever
12
let
hours.
Lindsay talk you into drinking
Shush!
dough
Shut up, Will.
balls.
Shut up, Will. They're going to try it tomorrow. It's delicious.
Quote of the week. You coming back here? Quote of the week from Ben Franklin.
I
The
can see you,
Constitution
Dad.
only gives people the right to pursue happiness. You have to catch it yourself.
Yes, great
Yeah.
quote.
Oh,
That's a great
absolutely.
quote.
I've
I like
always
that.
loved that. You
That's
know,
awesome.
it's always
Not
been
entitled to a
always been
damn
it gives
thing.
you the right to be able to pursue happiness, but
you
it
want-
does
I don't wanna
not
do that.
guarantee.
I'm ready to drink it.
All right.
Drink it.
You are
Back by
entitled to
popular
get off your
demand,
butt.
Hold
quiz of
on.
the
He's
week.
drinking his whiskey.
We got 25 minutes.
Quiz of the week.
100
we
years ago
we're,
and
we're
now.
tracking
That's
just
good.
fine.
That's
So,
really good.
quiz of the week: 100 years ago versus now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Grab your ABCs.
Oh, just ABC.
Or your whiteboard.
This is just ABCs.
Or your whiteboard.
Or for those that don't have
There's
ABCs,
no D?
it's the white.
There's no D?
Yeah, there are Ds.
Oh, that was cute, Wendy. I didn't even catch that.
Oh, we got shots back here. We
Yeah, is
got-
everybody doing shots? Try your Basil Hayden. Erica, Will, you want to try it?
I'm
I
good.
tried it. It's pretty good.
It's better than
I
it's
got it. I
better.
got
We've
it.
actually had this one. It is actually okay.
Well, it's like, I'm good. Just shit you're trying
All right,
to pass
are we
off on
ready?
me.
Does everybody
I
got
can't hear
their?
you,
All
John
right,
talking.
Erica's got hers.
All right, let's do it.
All right,
Okay.
ready? All right,
No.
question number 1. What was male life expectancy 100 years ago?
100 years ago.
100
35, 79, 64, or 58?
100 years? I'm going to go with.
What was male life expectancy 100 years ago? Holy cow.
Oh, wait.
It wasn't very
I got
high.
a D,
I
a
can't
B,
see.
an A, an A. Man, the A's. 35 100 years ago?
On D.
And a D. What's Erica got?
I gotta get him
I
another
can't see
marker.
hers.
My marker's
A
dying.
C and Will's got a C. 58
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
was life expectancy
I was
100 years
way
ago
off.
for
Who
male.
said D?
I got it.
I thought we didn't
go,
have any
Lindsay.
D.
Wait.
Man,
I'll give you D.
There we go.
where are you going?
She's got to get a new marker. Andy's marker's dying over here.
What is current? What is the life
I got
expectancy of a male today in the U.S.?
Can I have the toast?
88, 79, 62, or 71? What is the average male life expectancy in the U.S. today?
Are we assuming genders?
Male. Yes, we're assuming gender. That's a good question.
Hey,
No way.
88, 79, 62, or
Still can't see
71?
her marker.
I see an A and a B in the control room.
Not A.
I'm
No
throwing
way.
D out there just for the hell of it.
I got a
I think D is
an
right. There
you go, there you go,
A,
now you
D,
can see it.
and B back here. We're waiting on Lindsay. Waiting.
She's flitting around.
Waiting on Lindsay. Are we not even going to worry about Lindsay? We're not.
A little bolder.
She's excluded from this one.
My A's still there.
B 79 is the
79 shows
current
right
male
there.
life
Got it.
I
expectancy.
picked my A. Didn't you see? Oh, you can't see it. I don't
Two.
Oh, see, I picked B for you. We got it right.
Oh shit! It was B. I mean, it was B.
With pot becoming legal in a lot of states now, what was made legal in the 1920s?
Booze.
Alcohol, driving, banking
Look,
by
my
mail,
A's.
or voting for women.
1920s?
In the 1920s, what was made legal?
I think it was prohibition, wasn't
Alcohol, driving, banking by mail, or voting for women.
Hey, no
And
one,
I
no cheating
thought
back there with
and I
Dad.
thought at the time when I wrote this would be a
Easy one?
like a layup type question, but it seems like it's actually gotten a little bit more.
wanna say
Everybody's
maybe
overthinking it.
Yeah, it's a tricky one.
Are we?
Everybody's overthinking it.
Oh, hold on.
Nah, it's booze.
I'm changing mine.
It's either D or C.
I'm gonna just throw a stab out
We're
there.
going D then.
Oh, that's the other one I was thinking too.
We got it.
See, we got it. We got
a
it
couple
together.
D's back here. We got an A up in the control
another D.
room. What else? What's Will
Watch it be
got?
driving.
Will's
Will's
got it.
thinking. What's Will got? I can't see it. Glare.
B.
You think it's driving?
That's a B.
I don't know.
I didn't know about driving.
All right, you ready? A D over there.
What is the answer?
Voting for women. Alcohol was outlawed in 1920.
That's a good guess.
Oh,
totally
that's
a guess.
mean.
Joe Biden is the 46th president of the United States. Who was the president of the United States, and what was his number in 1922?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Jesus Christmas.
Really?
Oh wait, what was his number?
Didn't you all take social?
How many years?
Nope.
They didn't have a number involved.
Well,
Well, but it's all the same.
Nope.
Who was the president in 1922? Woodrow
I don't
Wilson,
know.
Warren
I'm gonna
Harding,
go Herbert
Calvin Coolidge, or
Hoover because
Herbert
I like
Hoover?
his name.
The 20s.
You could do the math and figure it out.
Who
and go backwards,
was
but
the
I can't
U.S.
figure that out.
president
It was 20.
in 1922?
Hold on. What number? He's 46.
Oh, you're gonna really try and do the math between 2 and 4 year terms? I'd like to see you try.
Oh shit!
Wait,
There was a
there was
whole
2
bunch of them
returns?
that died and stuff in between. I'm gonna go just D.
Okay, so I thought. Oh yeah, you have.
I got a D.
I'm gonna throw an oddball out
Oh,
there.
we got a C, a D, a C, a C, a D, a D. In the control room, what do we got?
Stumped
Erica's
Very
going,
stumped
just
looks in the
skip
control
me.
room.
Erica's
See,
like,
Erica's like, just
buffering.
skip me.
Erica, put the circle like you're thinking. Dee like the computer does. Dee. There you go.
Erica's right, and let's go, Brandon.
Erica's got a
Let's go,
B
Brandon.
in there, and guess what, Erica? You are right. Holy
See, she
crap.
was loading correctly.
Question number 5. With the internet driving industry today, what was the main industry, the main growth industry in 1922? Automotive, locomotive, telephone, or radio? What was the main growth industry in 1922?
That was a.
Automotive, locomotive, telephone, or radio?
Oh, because they didn't really take off till the 30s.
Oh. See, these are not easy
Well, then they
questions. I tried to make these good questions.
These are good questions.
My A is.
I got a B, and he's blocking out Erica. What's Erica got back there?
still buffering.
She's still
Loading.
thinking. She's loading.
Please hold.
I got a C, a C, a C, an A. And we're waiting on Erica. She's got a B. She's got a B because she thinks, all right, I did good on B last
She's
time.
gonna eat
And it's
somebody.
automotive.
But the cars didn't.
Cars had just come out.
I
A
know they
handful of
just
years
came
before,
out,
but see,
they
the-
didn't become popular.
No, because
I
what
know
ended up
Model
happening.
Ts
No,
were
so
out.
I read
know
this.
when
and
Model
I-
Ts came out, Dad.
I-
They weren't a driving industry.
Because they had assembly lines.
So what ended up happening
You
in
had
the
one person making cars.
so cars have been out for roughly around 10 years, give or take. And
in
so
22?
they started off in the teens.
Why are the dogs barking?
Because they're going to eat somebody. It's fine.
Well,
Sounds like it.
Daisy's back there. So
Get
they
him,
started
Daisy.
off in the teens, and what ended up, from what I was reading, is they were not only just the automotive assembly. There was the steel industry. There was the making roads industry. There
Everything
was
associated.
everything associated. The whole infrastructure
Shit, I
of
didn't
not just
think
cars.
about
it was
that.
the big growth industry.
See, I was
'cause
thinking about
locomotives,
just cars because I'm like, they
because
weren't
like trains, as
out
an
yet.
example, trains have been around for about 70 years
Yeah.
at this
Right.
point.
So they already had
Telephone
all
had been
their...
around for about 50 years. Radio had been around for, give or take, around 50 years.
Yeah. Okay, but I didn't think about the roads
with the
and
current
streets and
housing
the-
market taking a downturn, what is the average new home price in 1922?
Oh, wow.
7,000, 8,000, 9,000, or 10,000?
Oh, come on, that's
What
not
is
fair.
Erica laughing at?
That is not
You're so
fair.
close, John.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
Come on.
oh.
Did you just spit that out?
I know Keith and Lindsay saw that. I think John missed it.
I
No, I
missed it.
didn't
I
see
missed
it.
it. All I know is I'm just sitting here reading. I'm reading.
John,
cool.
John, you're gonna have to
Don't know.
scroll this back later.
Is that going to be another?
What was that?
That was a Basil Hayden toast. Do you not like it?
That's a no.
It's
I think that's an
disgusting.
understatement. I don't like it.
There.
It's not good.
All right. We found our next little short.
There's like 1.75 shots back here if anybody wants one.
Hey, John, you know that people are playing on
1.75,
TV
I like
too,
that.
right?
That's awesome.
Yes.
Because Christine's back on.
Christine's not. Well, I'm pretty sure Christine is getting all of these right.
Christine.
We know Christine's getting him right.
We know that Christine's getting all of
Got
these
them all
right.
right, trust me.
And Arthur is much. It depends on how much Arthur's been drinking. Andrea's getting probably about 3/4 of them right. Arthur's probably
It does
getting about.
not
Are
taste
you
like
Arthur's
saying
probably-
that?
It
Are you
tastes like
saying that
sweet
Arthur wouldn't know unless he's drinking?
No, I'm saying that Arthur's probably getting
thanks.
about half of them wrong because he's
Why don't
drinking.
you still on this question? Then you asked
What?
another one.
Number 6, with the current housing market taking a downturn.
That's it, Dad. Crack the whip.
Get it, Erica. I saw that.
The executive producer is in the house.
What was the average new home price in 1922? 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, or 10,000?
Jesus.
The average
I got an A.
home price.
I got a B.
You
a
got
B,
every
a B,
letter.
A B, an A in the control room, and Will is thinking. He's loading. An A. Ooh, everybody's good. $7,000. It was about $7,400 because I was rounding either up or down.
This game is fixed.
Fixed. We're not even keeping
red stats.
score. Number 7.
Drink your basil toast.
Adjusted for inflation, what was the value of $7,000 today?
Oh,
Good question.
how's it represented?
Oh, jeez.
102,000, 240,000, 90,000, or 123,000.
With inflation today.
Adjusted for inflation. So this was the average house, the average cost of a new house in 1922. Adjusted for inflation, what was that same dollar amount today?
Are we talking about inflation
His
today
major
or inflation before Biden?
What was
Today.
7,000? No, as
Today.
of today. Today, the 14th of October.
hell are
What
you
was
doing,
that
Lindsay?
$7,000? How much would it take today?
It's one or the other.
No, you can't do that.
I can do anything I want.
Andy, I have a hard time seeing
Mrs.
yours.
Davidson, you cannot do that.
Wow. Did we just do that?
Yes, we did.
Named.
All right, so we got
because I think I'm a first.
heavy metals both have B.
No, I
feel
made
like
him
it's gotta
call
be
me it
agreeing
earlier.
with-
Christine's got a D.
Christina has D. I'm going with D.
Wow. Andy's got a D. What we got
Nothing
over
like
here?
thinking for yourself.
No,
Right?
I had both.
Christine is practically Google on her own.
Seriously.
Right?
No, I really think she just knows this shit.
Freaking
We
good.
got a D, a B.
Oh, I didn't
B,
say she is
D.
Googling.
No, he
What's in
meant
the
like
control room?
she's
A B and a
Google.
Oh, she is
knows
Google.
all
Yeah,
that shit.
yeah.
So it is
Yes!
$123,000.
Go, Christine.
Yes, I got one.
So, but it just points out. It just points out the differences
Yeah, this
in the
is how
fact
I
that
usually play with the ball- with the
average
game.
house in 1922
Was only worth 123.
was only worth $123.
Can you even buy a house for $123,000
in
right now?
today's dollars.
No, you
can't.
It just goes to prove
So how's it the
where
average?
have we gone? I mean, I should have put in here.
Yeah, the
I should have
separation.
looked what the average house price is today.
Now, 500,000.
No.
Well, see, but
There are some
and in there,
slums
and
in
in,
Detroit.
I mean, that would probably have been a good thing if
can buy a
Erica
couple
wants to
of
look that up on her phone, or if Wendy wants to look that up on their phone.
Yeah.
Lindsay said,
What-
oh, she's in real
I
estate.
mean,
So, well, no, just an example for my dad's house downtown, my rental house. So my parents bought that house in early 90s, right? And they bought the house for $43,000, which huge lot, downtown Phoenix. I upgrade wise, other than paint, carpet, and tile, which is all aesthetics.
Stuff that wears out too.
Stuff that wears out, so it's things that are nothing.
Right.
That house was last appraised at 680. Same house, nothing's changed.
But
Same house.
but I'm going with national average because
Well, I
there
know,
are
but that's what I'm
houses
saying.
in,
Like, what do you?
they're in rural areas that
It
are
is, but it was location back then too. It was still downtown Phoenix.
because we're talking the 5th largest
That's true.
city in the country.
But still, that's
So when you
Same
talk,
house.
I
Yeah, but
know,
like-
I get it, but when you start talking about rural, and pick any state, I don't want to, make it sound like I'm dissing a state.
What, the French
but,
Nuggets?
But pick, rural Idaho, Minnesota,
I'll go live there.
Tennessee.
But isn't part of
could be a
why
cow
our-
farmer.
I mean, Mississippi is always listed as the poorest state in the country.
Put Christine's
And-
comment up there.
But isn't part of our inflation because we're above the national average due to the housing market in this area
Yes.
being
But I mean, I think that, when you look at
Artificially
what housing
inflated.
prices are when you average them out
Right.
between what Mississippi is, and then I think Boston, typically either Boston or San Francisco rate is among the highest in the country.
So, John,
and so when you do that average,
I Googled.
you Googled.
You
and
Googled?
So, the average home price in the U.S. is $348,079 in 2022.
That's crazy.
But this one, just, I know you wanted national, but
Yeah.
I also looked up in Arizona. According to the Arizona Regional Multiple Listing Service, the median house price in Phoenix area was $392,500 in May of 2021. The median home price in May of 2022 is $480,000.
Holy cow!
So you guys want to talk about societal changes
Wow.
on roles in our generations? That's a problem.
Right.
Yeah.
We can't afford homes.
No,
today.
right. You
It's not
can't.
possible.
But-
so that's
but-
why everybody thinks they deserve something because they can't afford it. So they try to make this false reality.
Yeah.
of
I deserve
how
a home.
I deserve a home.
Oh,
That's
no,
how
wait a minute.
socialism.
But
That's how
there's-
socialism's going to get through.
But-
because I deserve a house just like you do, John.
I'm
But there
not
was
following
but there was
You
a
just
difference
paid
in what
for that.
houses that were built in the 20s are compared to houses built today. Because
Yeah,
back
they're
in the,
shittier.
well, but if no, not necessarily.
They were
Yes,
smaller.
they are.
They were much smaller.
But they were
Much
they
smaller.
were also made out of actual building material as opposed to chicken wire
I
and
get
stucco.
that, but see, on the other hand, I mean, I look at it from the standpoint of there were
The closets are, I mean, alone from back in that era, they were so small because most men had what? A
Two
suit
suits?
and a couple,
what were they called? Shotgun.
Two suits.
oh, the shotgun houses?
The shotgun houses, where basically
Yeah, it's
it was the door was off to either the far right or the far left.
It was
Okay.
narrow.
When you
and it
walked
just
in,
went
when you
back.
walked in the house, and all the rooms came off that
One
but you
side,
could
yeah.
basically you could walk in
Your
the front door
hallway
and
was
you
on
could
one
see
side, you
you
went
could
bloop,
see
bloop,
all the
bloop,
way
bloop.
down the one side of the house to the back door, and every room was off that. And those houses ranged roughly around 1,200 square feet, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere around 11 to 1,200 square feet, and that was about it. And that was an average family home.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well, in the early 1900s.
Well, let's be real. A freaking 1,200 square foot house now
I didn't know
in this area is like
Three
three
grand.
grand,
300
300
I
to
figured you were the
350.
closest to that age group.
Yeah, no, and you
we
can't
bored
find a
Tazy
new.
to death. She hasn't come back up in
And
like
these
But
houses are all
So for what
mass
Will's
produced.
saying,
Right.
so these houses now, the smallest house you can buy brand new is a 2-bedroom with a loft and blah blah blah. So it's 1,800 square feet is like the smallest you can get now.
You can get like a 900. I've seen
What
900
is
square
this?
foot houses, and they're still
What
expensive
is
as hell.
this?
Oh yeah.
you
I
know,
was
I
going to
get
say, there's
That's
this
gross.
tiny homes. Those are becoming popular
but
because
those are opposite.
Here,
of
Erica,
that.
come
Those
drink
are
this.
New York apartments.
You know, I get
because they're
Tell me about it.
they're
the
affordable
closet
for those that can't afford
I'm,
them.
I'm
regular
On
house.
camera, Erica.
I'm kidding.
You don't like it, John?
It's disgusting.
Really?
It's all you, honey.
Because that's not bourbon. It's not a bourbon.
It's a Kentucky straight bourboned whiskey.
Get out.
No, get out. Read the.
It is
read
not
the-
dark enough. It is missing.
It's artfully aged, by the way.
Yeah, artfully.
Oh, that just means that's
Look at- there
bullshit.
you
That
go.
means somebody did some
Is that
bullshit.
the point?
Hey, though.
Erica, is that the .75 one?
It's the same thing?
It's not. It's
Just
the
drink it?
caramel
Is that
one.
what you're telling me?
Just drink it.
It's
Just
the
don't even-
caramel one.
Don't
Just
sniff it.
drink
Don't
it.
do nothing. Just drink
This is
it.
the one that you almost spit out, isn't
No,
it?
that one's still in there. She had two.
Did you guys smuggle one in or something?
What is that?
No, I gave her two of it. Do you like
that
that
one I don't. That one I hate less.
That's literally the same thing. That's hilarious. It's the same thing. I went in there and
That's
poured her
funny.
too.
That doesn't.
No, it doesn't taste like toast, but it's.
Maybe it's just
I
because of
like
the
it.
fact that I've had it already. You know, I love my sister-in-law, and so at one point she sat there. I was saying a couple
Yeah.
weekends ago, and she had this. It was supposed to be a mimosa, but it was made with
Something
Moonshine.
weird.
moonshine. And she sits there and she takes a sip of it. And she goes, "It'll be better by the third sip."
Yeah, right.
It's like 12 sips in. She's like, no,
Oh.
it's still bad.
Well, keep going. You're only at two.
Yeah, you're only at
man.
two. Keep going.
But you know, hold on. Going back, I want to bring up Noah's point that everybody feels like they're entitled to a house, right? Isn't that the problem we had in 08? They were just
No,
giving
we were
houses.
giving them.
But
We
the
were
same- it's the
giving
same
them
thing, though. They were
away.
giving houses to people that couldn't afford them.
That was the banks, though, not
That
an
was the
entitlement.
banks.
That was me
Because
saying,
they
"Oh, I'm going to try to get a house,"
overinflated
and
the
they're
banks.
like, "We'll let you."
Do you really think the banks just came up with that on
Yes.
their own? No, I don't.
Oh, yes,
I don't
they
think
did.
so. I think
The
people
banks,
felt like
the
they
banks
needed.
felt like they thought they were on a get quick rich
Yeah.
scheme.
Oh, all these people are buying
And
houses. I'm going to
so
give them
they
this
were-
interest rate.
There. I mean, there's a lot of
That's what
contributing
happened.
factors, and Wendy could go into hours of what happened.
So you don't think we're seeing a repeat of that now?
No, because
Same.
the problem is that the banks are being now. I've hear stories
Hey,
that
Kendra.
the banks are being a little less restrictive now that interest rates are gone up. So they are.
Oh, yeah, they're
kind
like,
of,
we're doing the same
they
thing
are
again.
kind
We're
of
letting people
venturing
sneak
into that
through.
territory. But back in the day,
But houses
back
are
in,
going down
in
now.
06 and 07, they were handing out loans left and right.
They still are though.
No, they're
No,
not.
because they're verifying
so
employment and
picky.
they're verifying income and they're verifying all
Do you
these
remember how
things.
many times we had to send in our paychecks for
Yeah,
the
no, I
same
know.
company
Who
we
said
work for?
Who said predatory loans? Did you say that? You said that, yeah, because that's what was going on back then. Exactly.
Yeah, I don't think we're there yet. Not even close to what 06 and 07 was doing.
I don't know.
But I think because the banks thought that they were going to get rich, they I mean, not that the banks get rich, but they thought that they were doing their investors a favor by giving out all these loans, because if the housing market kept climbing like
Going
it
up,
was,
they were going to make a shit ton of money.
they were going to make a ton of money off
But
those
then
houses.
about a year
But
later,
on
they
the other
realized,
hand-
oh, people aren't paying their bills.
guess
Oh,
what?
maybe,
Every balloon pops. And so did the same balloon from the housing market in the 2000s.
True.
Every balloon pops. If you don't follow what history tells you, you're going to repeat the same
Right.
mistakes.
Why is there
And
floaties in
there's
there?
always, every economy is a roller coaster. Every time. And they say that even the average
It's fine.
recession right now is something like 13, 14 months.
Okay, we got 5 more minutes.
Let's go. Come on, John.
There's
Number
float-
8.
there's
Today's
floaties in my
inflation is
whiskey.
newsworthy. What was the inflation rate in 1922?
0.2.
No. Yeah.
10.2, 2.1, negative 6.15, or 20.4.
Look at that, 2.1.
It's
That's pretty
low.
close. There's floaties in my whiskey.
What was the? Oh, that's horrible. What was the inflation rate in 1922?
What year was the depression?
Wendy is thinking about that. There was a crash of 29.
29. Okay.
So it's before that. So it's low.
What was the
Wasn't
the
negative.
inflation rate in 1922?
I am not confident.
I got a
in my
B.
answer.
I got a B. A B.
I'll be the oddball.
I got in the control room. I got a C and a what's that? Well, B.
I got a B,
Wait.
but I'm pretty sure I'm wrong since Christine
What's there?
went
What
C.
what does Christine have?
Oh, Christine
Christine's
said
got a
C.
C. Wow, that's Heavy Metal's got a C. Both Heavy Metals have a C.
Oh, you two
Andrea and I
change
have
your
a C.
Not
guys.
interest.
You two change your shit.
Inflation, not
No.
interest.
Who?
Inflation was.
I had a C
Oh,
up the whole
I'm
time.
thinking-
What are you talking
He
about?
had a C. I
Inflation
changed.
rate, not interest rate. Inflation rate.
Inflation.
Oh.
Interest rates were much higher.
I'm sticking with my answer.
Sucker.
You stick with your answer.
Inflation grows over time.
Will
No,
Well,
says B. I'm
it's
a
I
gotta
C.
be
messed
Well,
mine up. I said B.
It's gotta be
Bueller?
C.
Bueller?
Kendra says A.
It's gotta
I
be
said
C.
B. Remember?
Unless
Lindsay, look up.
You're hidden, Andy.
Damn it!
Oh.
It was a negative 615.
So would they give you money back?
no,
Your
it's
dollar
not
was actually gaining in value in 1922.
So what did it do to my house though? So if I refinance, they would give me money back.
Your dollar was gaining in
Dollar's
value.
not-
Inflation,
Your
not
dollar
Not
interest.
interest
buy
rate.
more.
Inflation.
Not
dollar could
interest
buy
rate.
more.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't do that anymore.
Number 9. There's only 12 questions, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Today, billions are sent to aid Ukraine. In 1922, the U.S. was feeding 10 million people and providing medical care for another 500,000 a day. For which country? We were feeding 10 million people a day and providing medical care for 500,000 a day. For which country?
In 1920.
Russia, Poland, United Kingdom, or China?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Oh, I
We were
remember when
feeding
we were
10 million people a day.
I think I know.
I'm going with China.
We don't like them that much. We didn't send them anything. China.
Wendy's
I'll go
thinking,
China.
Wendy's thinking, Wendy's thinking. We got two D's in the control
Christine
room.
says B with a
Christine
question.
says
Got a
B.
B
Wow,
over here. We
Christine's
got-
questioning.
Wendy's got an A, and guess what?
Andy's got a
Wendy
C.
wins!
Wow. Holy
Say
shit.
that.
How ironic is that?
That is
we are
ironic.
sending billions to Ukraine, and we saved Russia from themselves.
See, I remember when we were
How
young and
ironic
people
is
were
that?
people
How
would tell their
ironic
kids
is
they're
that?
starving kids in China.
This
Let 'em starve in China.
was the hint.
The U.S.
Number 11, a prediction in
How is
1922
that the hint? Go back. What?
that we're sending aid to Ukraine,
Yeah.
and we bailed out Russia 100 years ago.
Right.
I got you.
They say that actually saved them from collapse.
You like the 100-year thing, don't you? You're on the
I just
100-year.
thought that
100
that's the whole
that's what
point of
the
this
thing
quiz.
is.
Yeah, I know.
A prediction in 1922 was that in 2022
Said he likes
we will
it.
have nearly exhausted what resource? Oil, coal, water, or air?
The correct answer isn't up there.
Yes,
It's
it is.
intelligence.
But in 1922, they
That time
predicted
it
that
would've
we
been
would
coal, that's why we
exhaust
switched to oil.
what resource?
I'm gonna stick with mine.
We've been hearing about water forever.
I got a B, I've got an A, I got a C, I got a B, I got a B.
What's Christine say?
In the control room, I got a C and an A.
A lot of bees.
Where's Christine's?
Not yet.
We all wait for Christine.
B.A.
say it's water or air.
Yeah.
Come on, Christine.
Waiting.
B.
Waiting. Hit enter. Hit enter.
Where's your
B.
Jeopardy?
Yes. Okay, I'm good.
Coal. Coal
That's
was
why
the
the
main
Carter
resource in
coming out. We're switching
I was
1922.
way off.
What did you pick?
Because
Water.
why?
Yeah.
Because today gas prices are rising. What was a gallon of gas in 1922?
12 cents.
17, 11, 25, or
Ooh,
31.
I'm just gonna keep my B up here.
Are you?
Yep.
Shouldn't erase mine either.
25 is a good.
What was a
I like
gallon of
25.
gas in
You like 25? You feeling 25?
1922?
And he's got B.
Pick up B.
Everybody's going B. Wow.
Go B.
Go B.
Go
Go
B.
B.
Go B or go home.
Go B.
Everything you're doing
Go
just
B.
because he told you?
No.
No, he's doing it himself.
I got a
No,
C and a B in the
you're like,
control
no.
room.
No.
We're waiting on
Not
her
at all,
at
I'm
home.
No, I actually
I
gave
love
you
my
the
own-
wrong answer before.
Oh, don't
I'm
listen
waiting
to that.
for our at home. We got 17, 11, 25, or 31 cents.
11 is
Christine's
C
got
with
a
a question
C.
mark. Don't do question marks.
Christine, come on. I had faith in you.
A for
Christine is
Kendra.
All right,
I
are
wasn't
we
confident about
ready?
you, but, you know.
No.
Ready?
Andrew
Number
and Arthur.
11?
Andrew and Arthur. A.
11 cents for number 11.
everybody's good.
Good job.
Go bees. Go bees. Go bees.
All right, last question. The 2020 census put U.S. population at 331 million people. What was the U.S. population in 1920?
Oh,
Jesus.
93 million, 106 million, 180 million, or 240
I'm gonna stick with B. I'm gonna B it all the way.
What was the U.S. population in 1920?
B.
Yeah, I'm good with B.
See, I like this new quiz.
You like it, huh?
I like the new quiz. I think this is good. We got a B, a C, a B, an A, an A. In the control room, I see
a B
B,
for
and
Christine.
we're waiting on a B. We got a B and a B in the control room.
And the B from Christine. I could be right.
And Christine says B.
Andrea B.
Andrea B.
Kendra C. Come on, Arthur.
What's Arthur? Come on, Arthur.
Oh, that
said
was
B.
Arthur. Andrea, come on.
That's a good
Damn it, I
one.
got it messed up.
All right.
I think Andrew was B, wasn't he?
I don't know. I think
All right,
that's
we
from
ready?
before. Yeah.
Yes.
106 million people.
B. B.
Like I said, you don't want to.
All right.
Yeah, it's one
it's a
their
lot of
clothes.
growth in
And we're going to finish up. Oh, literally minutes late. Picture of the week.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh, that's so cute. That's
Look
a
at this
cute
picture.
one.
Does anybody have anything to think?
I like the fedora.
What do you think about this picture?
I like the
How's that
fedora.
picture look?
That's so
The fedora is the best part.
You think the
Isn't it?
actually the fedora is
sure.
not the best part.
I'm
You
just
want to know what the
kidding.
best part
It's the
is?
two
What?
newlyweds.
He says it's the best day ever, but look at that frown.
Yeah, doesn't look really happy. Dad, do you have something to say? Really? I mean, he didn't. Mom cried. Dad didn't say.
That's what the best day ever looks like, right
It's
there.
having a sugar low.
Don't blame it on that.
I just want to say that I got an excellent picture of you actually smiling before the wedding.
Did you?
Yes. Yes, I did.
We
You
have
had
proof.
You had your
Yes.
you had your eyes closed.
By the way,
That's-
hats off to Wendy. Your
that's-
pictures came out phenomenal.
Oh my God,
They're absolutely
amazing.
beautiful. Your
That's why I
pictures
thought
came out.
seeing that was just ironic because
You're
I
like,
was
what?
like, he was smiling before
I
the
saw him
wedding.
smiling. See, that's because he realized that it actually happened. He was like, I can't believe he did it.
We're over now. It's done.
I tried to tell
I
him
just
no.
thought I just thought that was the picture
So
of
is,
irony.
so is that why Dad was in the background going?
Kendall's
comment.
crying
No
now.
comment.
Don't
Oh,
cry.
you can't be crying. Watch the beginning. You'll be crying then. Keith made me cry, fucker.
Arthur and Andrew, we can't wait until you guys get
Yes.
here.
Yes, Christine, we
You
wish
can
you were
come-
here,
you
but we
can
hope
come.
everything is good.
Wendy's
you.
already driving home.
I'm driving
Andrea
home
and
too, that's
Arthur.
why.
We have. Can we
Well,
take a
yeah.
minute? Andrea and Arthur. You
I'll
can.
push it to
You
somebody.
can come down whenever you want.
Early.
Whenever you want. If you want to get here early, that's fine.
Lindsay's hinting.
And Christine, do not be surprised if you get a phone call.
Maybe.
Maybe there might be.
There could be.
There could be.
possible.
Even though she's over on the East Coast or Central.
Andrea?
She's
No,
Andrea's
Christine.
in Tucson.
Christine is Ohio.
Oh,
so
Christine's
she'd
in
be
Ohio.
East Coast.
That's
Should be
Central.
East- Is it Central Ohio?
I don't
thought
know what
they were-
they are.
That-
They're
it splits the state somewhere.
What are they right now? I don't
That's
know.
where you are.
It used to split in Indiana, so Ohio.
Christine, what time is it there right now?
Oh, she's Eastern.
I think it's
Eastern,
10.
yes.
See, I thought-
Oh, we
Oh
are.
my goodness. You have not, Kendra. You're crazy. Those weren't even good pictures. They were kind of good pictures. I got to send you pictures of the cake. She sent me pictures today.
All right, everybody, no hooker of the week this week, but we'll come back next week with a strong hooker. But thank you so much to everybody who joined us
wow,
tonight.
that's
the
a
fact that
good
you made that
threat.
Hey, you
prediction.
come over to
Next week, you have a
So,
strong
Keith,
hooker.
that's-
Keith's
Lindsay-
gonna pick one too.
You want me to pick one? I'll pick one.
2
I'll pick
hookers?
one for next week.
I'm
We need
not
2
sharing my
hookers.
hooker just because I married him.
Wow.
Oh,
Hey, on that note,
Lindsay's.
Yeah.
Says Lindsay's, right?
You don't get to take that.
yeah, well,
Doesn't say Boris's.
No.
hey.
Hey.
So it's 11:34.
We
So it
missed
is 3
Boris.
hour difference.
All right, we gotta go.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us. We will see you guys next week. Have a great weekend. For those of you we'll see tomorrow, we can't wait. We're excited.
Woo!
Great weekend, all.
See ya.
Yep. Bye.
Let's talk about our country, the red, white, and the blue. Let's stand up for glory, us patriots are true. We love America, the land of the free. We love America,